people from all over the globe participated thanks to the great advantage that we have through this technology being developed for this purpose. It is very brief background with lot of admiration and self-appreciation and the congratulatory work done by the team. I get into the business of today's valedictory session, and I request Dr. Dr. Kaveri Nair to do the invocation. Start video ko deto. Thank you, Kaveri Nair. May I invite now Dr. Madhavankutti Warrier, the working chairman of Global Ayurveda Festival 2021 and the chief physician of Ayurvedashala Kottakkal, the pioneers and the leaders in the classical Ayurveda. The name of Kottakkal has become the symbol of Ayurveda. I request Dr. Madhavankutti Warrier to give the welcome address.
Thank you, Dr. Gangadharan. Am I audible?
Yes.
Hope I am audible.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Very good evening to one and all. Respected Home Minister Sri Amit Shah ji, Defence Minister Sri Shripad Yesso Nayak ji, Minister of State for External Affairs Sri V. Muralidharan ji, my colleagues of the 4th Global Ayurveda Festival, Dr. Suresh Kumar, Dr. G.G. Gangadharan, and Dr. Sri Arvind Varchosri, representatives of our partner organizations, Dr. B.M. Gupta, National President, Vishwa Ayurveda Parishad, Dr. Sadat Dinakar, Secretary, Ayurveda Medical Association of India, Chandrakant Bhanushari, President, Ayurvedic Drug Manufacturers Association, Dr. Ramanathan, General Secretary, Ayurvedic Medicine Manufacturers Organization of India, and Dr. Vijayan Nangelil, President, Ayurvedic Hospital Management Association, and participating dignitaries, delegates, and friends. It is my pleasant privilege now to welcome all of you to this valedictory session at the close of this 4th edition of Global Ayurveda Festival. As all of you know, the whole world is passing through very difficult times as a result of the serious impact caused by the COVID pandemic. On all fronts of human life, it is not only the health front, but the social, familial, economic, cultural, and every other aspect of human life has been impacted by this grave pandemic. In these difficult times, India as a nation was called upon to play an important role. Apart from managing the health of its own population, India became a major supplier of medicines to the world. In fact, India is often designated as the pharmacy of the world. In the case of COVID vaccine also, India is playing an important role. In this scenario, Ayurveda too has a role to play. Generally, Ayurveda is perceived as a healthcare system focused at non-communicable diseases. But Ayurveda had an opportunity to demonstrate its ability to boost immunity against viral attack and also to deal with conditions of viral infection and also the post-infection management. It is in this background that the focal theme of this festival is strengthening host defense system. The festival originally scheduled for May 2020 was rescheduled and held on a virtual platform. We have seen global level participation. I suppose we have reason to feel gratified. In this background, it is my proud privilege now to heartily welcome our Honorable Home Minister Sri Amit Shahji to this valedictory session for delivering a keynote address. The organizers feel extremely privileged that Amit Shahji has found it convenient to be present on this occasion. His presence actually represents the support of the central government. Honorable Sripad Yeso Nayak ji, as all of us know, always takes proactive steps to support and motivate Ayurveda sector of the country. He actually leads from the front. It is my proud privilege to welcome Sri Sripad Yeso Nayak ji to deliver a special address. Honorable Sri V. Muralidharan ji is our own minister who has always supported events of this kind. His presence today adds value to this global festival, and it is my proud privilege to welcome Sri Muralidharan ji to this session. Dr. Suresh Kumar, Dr. Gangadharan, and Sri Arvind Bachwasi are all colleagues of this function. I heartily and formally welcome them. Ladies and gentlemen, we recognize the presence of all the Ayurvedic scholars, practitioners, students, industrialists, and other professionals. I welcome all of you with open heart. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Madhavan Varrier. Due to a small change in the program, Dr. Sri Amit Shahji may not be able to join us at this point of time. Now I welcome Dr. Jayan Damodharan, the convener of the Scientific Committee of Global Ayurveda Festival, to announce the winners of the best paper presentations during this Global Ayurveda Fest. Dr. Jayan Damodharan, please.
Good evening, respected dignitaries. Am I audible?
Yes.
I'm audible. Okay. Respected Minister for External Affairs, Sri Muralidharan ji, and all dignitaries who are here. And I hope our respected Vice President of FICCI, I think initially he was not acknowledged here, and all our respected gentlemen present here. It was a great journey, and it was a thrilling journey. In fact, with the limited resources that we have during this pandemic period, we have successfully covered all these days of hard work, and we are happy to be at a successful end of this journey. And I would like sessions in just one sentence. We from various parts of the globe, New Zealand to Australia to say US, UK, that means Latin American countries, Australia, Europe, the Middle East, and of course, other parts of Asia. Everywhere we have a presentation, and this would be a seminar, an international seminar of the highest magnitude in the field of Ayurveda, I'm sure. And we had conducted parallel sessions in which we had 30 sessions in which paper presentations were done. And I'm announcing the best papers which we selected in this seminar here. And on March 13th, we had 5 sessions there in Kaya Chikitsa, Shailendra, Prasuti, Swastavrata and Dravyaguna. And from Kaya Chikitsa, Dr. Nanma, who is from Amrita Vishwavidyapitha, stood first, and she is the best paper presenter there. And then in Shalyatandra, it was Nasreen Hanif from All India Institute of Ayurveda. And in Prasutandra, it was Dr. KP Vidya from PNNM Ayurveda College. I am reading the names of the colleges because we have got results from all parts of India. It's not limited to any one area, Kerala or Karnataka or any state, but from all parts of India. And in Swastavrata, the best paper was by Dr. Sridevi, who is from Government Ayurveda College, Trivandrum. And in Dravyaguna, it was Sharada Ramesh, who is from ITRA Jamnagar. And the next one was from Dr. Anantu Ashok from Kottakkal Ayurveda College. And 14th, we had from Kaya Chikitsa, Dr. Arati Menon, who is from Amrita Ayurveda Vishwavidyapitha. And from Manasika Roga, it was Dr. Vandana VT. And Shalyatandra, it was Kaveri Nair from Pankaja Kasturi College. And from Prasudi, it was Dr. Amal Rose from Ullur Vaidyaratnam Ayurveda College. And from Swastavrata, it was Dr. Chaitra from Hassan. And Dravyaguna, it was Dushyant Kumar sir, Doctor, who is from the Institute of Traditional Medicine from Belgavi, Karnataka. And on 15th March, it was the best paper in Kaya Chikitsa from Amrita Vishwavidyapitha. And Dr. Remya is from Vaidyaratnam Ayurveda College, Ullur. And Shalyatandra, it was Dr. M.S. Anju from Government Ayurveda College, Tripunithura. And the next best was Dr. Malavika G from SN Ayurveda College, Puttur. And from Prasudi, it was Dr. Divya C.S. from Parul University. And from Swastavrata, it was Dr. Aravind S., who is from ISM department of Kerala. So that much diverse representation and brilliance we have seen in this seminar. And on 16th, it was Dr. K. Pratik, who is from ITRA Jamnagar. And for Shalakya, it was Dr. Thanya Baby from Government Ayurveda College, Tripunithura. And for Kaumarapati, it was Dr. Deepthi from Sri Sri Ayurveda College, Bangalore. And from Rasashastra Paishachikapana, it was Dr. Rakshita from SDM Hassan. And Siddhanta Samhita, it was Dr. Rahul Vijay from Amrita Ayurveda College. And for Panchakarma, it was Dr. Adarsh from from Government Ayurveda College, Tripunithura. And for Shalakya also from Tripunithura Government Ayurveda College. For Kaumarapati, the next day, it was Dr. Vijay Lakshmi from SDM Hassan. And for Rasashastra Paishachikapana, it was Dr. Gautaman, who is from Muniyal Ayurveda College. And Roganidana, it was Dr. Isra Ismail from VPSV Ayurveda College, Kottakkal. And on March 18th, in Panchakarma, it was Dr. Kirti Raj from Amrita. And in Rasana, it was Dr. Farsina. And Agatandra, it was Dr. Sandeep Abhi from Mittal Punarvasu Ayurveda College, Mumbai. And Kriya Sharara, it was Dr. Rashmi BG from Government Ayurveda College, Trivandrum. Rasa Vaishajya, it was Dr. Amrita from Amrita Ayurveda College itself. And in focal themes, Dr. Remya and Dr. Ravindra Reddy were there. And then Dr. Krishikesh Deshpande, who is from Deen Dayal Hospital, Pune, Maharashtra. And apart from this, nearly 600 papers were presented. From that, we selected one best paper from each session. And then there were more than 300 poster presentations, from which we selected 3 people. Dr. Preeti Bhosle from All India Institute of Ayurveda, New Delhi, and Dr. Sumit Kumar from KLE BMK Ayurveda College, Belgaum, and Dr. Roshni VK from Ayurveda College, Tirupati. So this covers almost all areas of India. The participation was there. The presentation of the paper presentations were so outstanding, and in fact we rejected nearly 300 papers, and we got reduced it to oral presentations and 300 plus paper presentations. And we had the presence of Dr. Saumya Swaminathan, Dr. Manoj Nesri, Dr. Dhiman, from there to all experts in the field of Ayurveda. And it's a satisfactory journey. And I limit my speech to this much because there are so many other speakers, including our Honorable Minister, to speak. Thanks a lot for all who helped us in this journey, which we have successfully completed by now. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Jayan Damodaran, for that wonderful presentation of what happened through the seminar and the best paper being selected. This program of Global Ayurveda Festival happened because of the collective efforts of many organizations, and the partner organizations played their own role to make it a pan-India, pan-global program. May I invite now the partner representatives. 5 of them are kind enough to be with us, and I invite now Mr. Dr. B.M. Gupta, the National President of Vishwa Ayurveda Parishad, to give a felicitation to this program.
Maybe you may move ahead, Dr. Mathaji.
Ayurvedic Medical
केरल
Association.
में आभासीय पद्धति से आयोजित चतुर्थ ग्लोबल आयुर्वेद फेस्टिवल जो कि दिनांक 12 से और 19 मार्च तक था, इस 8 दिवसीय महायज्ञ में आयुर्वेद के अनेक लब्ध प्रतिष्ठित विद्वानों एवं चिकित्सकों ने अपने अनुभवों और ज्ञान की आहुति से ऊर्जा प्रदान की है, प्रेरणा प्रदान की है और मार्गदर्शन दिया है। आज इसका समापन सत्र है। इस सत्र में प्रत्यक्षतः व आभासीय रूप से जुड़े समस्त विद्वज्जन, आयुर्वेद प्रेमी जन, शासन और प्रशासन से जुड़े समस्त महानुभाव, आयुर्वेद अनादिकाल से आर्त मानवता की सेवा करता रहा है। भारत की गौरवशाली परंपरा में भारतीय चिकित्सा विधा आयुर्वेद का अपना स्वर्णिम अतीत रहा है। अलेक्जेंडर और बख्तियार खिलजी आदि आतताइयों द्वारा विनष्ट किए गए साहित्य के बावजूद जो अब आज शेष बचा साहित्य है, उसके आधार पर ही विश्व मानव को स्वास्थ्य क्षेत्र में जो भूमिका आयुर्वेद निभा रहा है, वह वर्तमान वैश्विक संकट के काल में स्थापित हुई है, प्रमाणित हुई है और रेखांकित भी हुई है। आप
गुप्ता जी वीडियो ऑन कीजिए प्लीज। गुप्ता जी वीडियो ऑन कीजिए।
आप सभी को क्यों हो रहा है? वाइट
ओके।
आप सभी को ज्ञात है, आप सभी को ज्ञात है, वाइट इज
ओके जी, कैरी ऑन।
आप सभी को ज्ञात है, आयुर्वेद के क्षेत्र में अनेक संगठन वर्तमान में कार्यरत हैं, जिनके अपने अपने कार्यक्षेत्र और उद्देश्य हैं, किंतु एक संगठन ऐसा भी है विश्व स्तर पर जो आयुर्वेद के प्राचीन स्वर्णिम युग के गौरव गरिमा को स्थापित करने के लिए कार्यरत है, और वह है विश्व आयुर्वेद परिषद। प्रातः स्मरणीय महामना पंडित मदन मोहन मालवीय जी की कर्मभूमि वाराणसी में 1997 में माननीय श्री कृष्ण जी भिड़े, जो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय अधिकारी थे विश्व हिंदू परिषद के, माननीय ओम प्रकाश जी संयुक्त क्षेत्र प्रचारक, इनके चिंतन के फलस्वरूप प्रोफेसर जगन्नाथ शर्मा एमडी फार्माकोलॉजी जो ऑल इंडिया इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मेडिकल साइंस दिल्ली, और डॉक्टर मनमोहन लाल एमडी मेडिसिन डायरेक्टर हेल्थ सर्विसेज यूपी, इन सबके सहयोग से इनके एक टीम बनी थी, और आज यह संगठन सर्वव्यापी भी है और सर्वस्पर्शी भी। भारत के बाहर 10 देशों में कार्य प्रारंभ हो चुका है और भारत के सभी केंद्र शासित प्रदेशों सहित सभी राज्यों में कार्य खड़ा है। अनेक प्रांतों में जिला स्तर तक कार्यकर्ता भी है और कार्यक्रम भी हो रहे हैं। सभी आयुर्वेद विश्वविद्यालयों के जो वाइस चांसलर हैं, 85 से अधिक आयुर्वेद महाविद्यालयों के प्राचार्य, 10,000 से अधिक आजीवन सदस्य की नियर अबाउट 70 संरक्षक सदस्य, मोर देन 50 संस्थागत सदस्य हैं, हजारों विद्यार्थी सदस्य हैं, औषधि निर्माता, विक्रेता, उत्पादक आदि इसके सदस्य हैं। यह आयुर्वेद अनुरागियों का एक सामूहिक मंच है जहां सभी कार्यकर्ता अपनी अपनी क्षमताओं को आयुर्वेद की श्री वृद्धि के लिए समर्पित कर स्वास्थ्य और समृद्ध देश एवं विश्व के निर्माण के लिए साधनारत हैं। आयुर्वेद की दिनचर्या, ऋतुचर्या, पंचगव्य, शिरावेद, जलोका, अग्निकर्म, क्षार कर्म और पंचकर्म, इन सभी विधाओं के लिए योग्य वातावरण, आम पब्लिक में इसका प्रचार, परंपरागत ज्ञान, नाड़ी ज्ञान, जड़ी बूटी ज्ञान, संरक्षण, संवर्धन और उसकी विकास की योजनाएं बनाना, विद्यार्थियों के लिए व्यक्तित्व विकास शिविर, आवासीय पत्रिका प्रकाशन, यूजी और पीजी विद्यार्थियों के लिए राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर निबंध प्रतियोगिता, शिक्षकों और लेखकों के लिए सम्मान, शिक्षण में गुणवत्ता के लिए विकास के लिए योजना निर्माण, पीजी एडमिशन के लिए लक्ष्य के नाम से मॉक टेस्ट, महर्षि चरक की तपस्थली का शोध और उसका विकास, चरक डांडा उत्तराखंड में, और आयुर्वेद चिकित्सा पद्धति को राष्ट्रीय चिकित्सा पद्धति घोषित को, प्रत्येक गांव में, प्रत्येक प्रांत में आयुर्वेद विश्वविद्यालय और मंत्रालय की स्थापना हो, नवीन शासकीय आयुर्वेद महाविद्यालयों का प्रारंभ हो, केंद्रीय और प्रांतीय सेवाओं में अवसरों की उपलब्धता बढ़े, इन सब के लिए परिषद कार्य कर रही है। अभी
Hello. Vicky, can you look into the matter? I think there is a technical snag. We have heard from Dr. B.M. Gupta ji. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Anwar
धन्यवाद।
Sadat. Then, thank you, Gupta ji. With your permission, shall I invite the next speaker? of
Okay,
the
thank you, sir.
participation? Thank you. I may invite Secretary Ayurvedic Medical Association of India, one of the leading association of the practitioners of Ayurveda from different streams, to give felicitation, Dr. Sadat Dinakar.
Thank you, Doctor. The Honorable Minister of Ayush, Yashwada Naik ji, the Honorable Minister of External Affairs, Dr. Muralidharan ji, Dr. G.G. Gangadharan, Chairman, CISA, Dr. Suresh Kumar, Dr. P.M. Warrior, Dr. Ramanathan, Dr. Vijayan Nangeli, Dr. Vishnu Bodhri, and all other dignitaries and dear friends. First of all, I would like to congratulate and appreciate CISA and FICCI for organizing the 4th Global Ayurveda Festival. Wonderful. A special congrats to our Honorable Minister of External Affairs, Dr. Muralidharan ji. He is the chairman of our organizing committee, and Dr. Suresh Kumar, the chief coordinator of the program, and officials of FICCI, and Dr. G.G. Gangadharan, Dr. Vishnu Bodhri, Dr. Jain, all other personalities behind this great success. The Global Ayurveda Fest has accomplished its aim to propagate and globalize this great science. The event was a great success with the presence of eminent personalities in the field of Ayurveda, a wide variety of topics. Once again, I express heartfelt congratulations to the organizers on behalf of Ayurveda Medical Association of India. With the advent of COVID, the world's health perceptions have changed. We have realized that our health is our own responsibility. Now, everyone is convinced that prevention is more important than cure. Thousands of years ago, Ayurveda put forward the same principle. And now, the whole world has accepted the health precepts of Ayurveda. I take this opportunity to express sincere thanks to the central government for the effort taken for the advancement of Ayurveda, especially for including Ayurvedic medical system in the treatment of COVID-19. Ayurveda has an exceptional potential to become a global healthcare system. Government policies should be focused on the action plans to make the path of its globalization hassle-free. Post-COVID rehabilitation has opened up a huge opportunity for health tourism field. If India can put in a proper regulatory system, it stands to gain enormously as a producer and exporter of traditional herbal medicines. The world's growing fascination with the natural remedies, traditional and alternative medicines, the herbs, the herbs, all well for India. These can provide a substantial source of information from farmers in income for farmers and companies across the country. I humbly request the government to include Ayurveda as a subject in the bilateral discussions with other countries to make the acceptance as a global medical system. Effort should be taken by the government to recognize the BMS degree internationally as a medical degree. I hope in the near future, Ayurveda will propagate and flourish globally. Once again, I congratulate all the organizers for all the great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Dinakar, for your brief appreciation and felicitation. May I invite Dr. Chandrakant Bhanushali, the President of Ayurvedic Drug Manufacturers Association, one of the oldest association pan-India presence, to give his felicitation. Thank you.
Yeah, just one request before we go. Maybe the speakers can be a little brief because and stick to their time within
Yes.
3 minutes, please.
Chandrakant Bhanushali, please. It is. While he was here very much, we had an introduction also.
But not now.
May I invite Dr. Ramanathan, General Secretary, Ayurvedic Medicine Manufacturers Organization of India, one that represents the great combinations of industry in Kerala and who has been pioneering the presence of industry to the Government of India's focus.
Good afternoon, G.G. Gangadhan, for my nice presentation. I don't want to take a detailed felicitation here because the time is running short. But I tell you one very in my mind. This is the 4th Ayurveda Global Festival. I think the first one is Cochin, and second is Ernakulam, third one Kozhikode, and fourth one in virtual. Which is the best one? I tell you in my heart, this is the one of the best one compared to other 4. Why? You see that first we all area, our capacity, our Ayurvedic people's capacity, we can prove the present situation, the IT knowledge in all over the world. That is our first line of the achievements. Even 8 days, all the days we are full of the knowledge, research and factory and manufacturing, university and students. I think that you are giving the awards level, how much time, beautifully you are giving the time and all the things. I don't want to speak more. Muralidharji, I am coming from Trichur. The Trichur, you heard that very famous Trichur Puram. The Trichur Puram, you heard that what is an Agosham in the Malayalam. Agosham means that is a good festival. A number of the elephants are there, and number of the instrumental, different types of the instrumentals are there, and finally the fireworks are there, and finally we are all are the enjoy the bliss mood. So my request, the 5th Global Ayurveda Festival, we conducted immediately. Don't wait for the 2 years. I request DG and CIFA people, we are full support, our industry will full support you. It's a grand success, all the aspects. I know all the merit, all the way. This is one of the best global Ayurveda festivals, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Which makes us proud. I now invite Dr. Vijayan Nangelil, the president of the only organization of the hospital management. I think that is one of the great steps taken by Kerala to bring together the hospital, small and big together. And I request Dr. Vijayan Nangelil to give the felicitation on this point.
Audible? Hello?
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, Dr. GG. Good evening, friends. First of all, I thank the organizers of this prestigious conference for giving me an opportunity to felicitate the prestigious program. This day, we are completing the 8 days virtual conference and expo from 12th March to 19th today. Now, the time has come for India to take concrete steps to highlight Ayurveda and health science and knowledge system, not only for the development of Ayurveda, but for the upliftment of health of all world. My happy congratulations and wishes to the organizers, especially Dr. D.G. Gangadharan, Dr. P. Madhavankutti Vaidya, Dr. Suresh and Dr. Suresh Kumar and Dr. Vishnu Nambudiri and others. I offer my all help and cooperation to the Global Ayurveda Festival and support AHMA in future. Okay, I conclude my small speech. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vijayan, for that short, sweet felicitation, appreciating the work of Global Ayurveda Festival. I don't see Dr. Chandrakant Banshali here in the forum. May I invite our Honorable Minister, Sri Muralidharan, as I have informed in the inaugural session, the leadership provided by Sri Muralidharan to give the all energy and strength for all of us in Global Ayurveda was unexplainable. The form of GAF, when it got into the virtual platform, it is his tremendous leadership that made us available all the biggest flora that's available for GAF. We started the program with the presence of the inaugural speech by Honorable Prime Minister. which shows the intensity of his effort to make this program a great success. I don't stand between you and the minister. I would like to invite Honorable Minister Sri Muralidharan Ji also to make the Global Ayurveda Festival declaration, which has been one of the outcome of this 8-day effort. Thank you, Muralidharan Ji. Please.
Chief guest of this evening, respected Sri Shripad Naik Ji, Honorable Minister of State for Defence, Dr. G.G. Gangadharan, President CISA and Secretary General of Global Ayurveda Festival, Dr. Madhavan Kutty Warrier, Chairman of Global Ayurveda Festival, Dr. Jayan Damodaran, Scientific Committee Convener, Sri Shubhrakant Panda, Vice President FICCI, Dr. C. Suresh Kumar, ladies and gentlemen, other representatives of partner organizations, ladies and gentlemen, namaskaram and good evening to all of you. I'm extremely happy to join you all again. It's with great pleasure and satisfaction that I note the successful conclusion of Global Ayurveda Festival 2021. During the last 8 days of the festival, we saw over 60 plenary speakers, including 35 international experts and nearly 6,000 delegates representing 30 countries, sharing their works and innovative ideas to spread the wings of Ayurveda further. I believe the festival, in a way, apart from promoting Ayurveda, helped evolve a roadmap for further development of Ayurveda and allied industries. The participation of foreign delegates had certainly taken the festival to the global stage. The festival has become an epitome of Nishkama Karma, or a non-partisan initiative for popularization of Ayurveda for global well-being. Friends, on the day of inauguration of the Global Ayurveda Festival, we heard our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi Ji giving his full support to the world of Ayurveda. I would particularly like to recall his message that there is a growing consciousness, particularly among youth, to integrate Ayurveda with evidence-based medical sciences. Researchers and academicians should utilize the opportunity and put in more energy to work on this aspect further. The government, I'm sure, will be there to provide guidance and support to make that happen. Friends, as chairman of the organizing committee, I'm happy to read out the declaration of the 4th Global Ayurveda Festival on this occasion. The declaration derives inspiration from the inaugural speech of the Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi Ji, who has given a roadmap for the development of Ayurveda in the course of his inaugural address. Let me go to the declaration. The organizers, resource persons, and the participants of Global Ayurveda Festival 2021 conducted on a virtual platform are inspired by the inaugural speech of Honorable Prime Minister made on 12th March 2021. Convinced about the healing potential of Ayurveda that is both classical and contemporaneous in presentation, rededicate ourselves to work with passion and perseverance for the entire humanity to promote Ayurveda as a science linked to nature and environment, as a holistic human science with effective components to manage various woes of life, and as a curative and preventive medical system. Aware of the role Ayurveda could play in meeting healthcare needs of the global community, will create a roadmap to popularize Ayurveda globally. By promoting wellness tourism as an Indian specialty, we are committed to make India the world leader of integrative medicine with the rich medical heritage, ready to adapt to newer situations and to take up any challenges. By exploring possibilities and application of integrative medicine, by enabling evidence-based practices, by deepening research, focused in making Ayurveda playing a major role in nation building and also contributing to meet the developmental goals of the global community by planning and conducting a global summit on wellness with prime focus on Ayurveda, especially on Ayurveda and Ahara. Acknowledging the encouragement, support, and participation of governmental, non-governmental, and institutional supports available for the cause by implementing quality standards for products and services, by educating and mobilizing youth to live an Ayurveda way of life, by providing cost-effective Ayurveda therapeutic interventions, by strengthening Ayurveda education sector, pledging a period ahead to actualize the potentials Ayurveda has in it as philosophy and medicine for the world by addressing sustainability issues as an outcome of the deliberations and the common ground found by the learned resource persons, we hereby declare: 1. To create health literacy in Ayurveda and make it available as a patient-centered medical system. 2. To initiate and engage in dialogues across sciences, cultures, and borders in the process of contemporizing and globalizing Ayurveda. 3. To work towards consolidation, expansion, preservation, and exchange of Ayurveda knowledge. 4. To establish a realistic and mutually contributing Shastra-science interface. 5. To engage transdisciplinary medical experts to collaborate, integrate, and thus optimize healthcare delivery. 6. To establish and project Ayurveda-driven healthcare system as a model to the world. 7. To train and promote the effective use of Ayurveda tenets, medicines, and therapies to better mental and physical health, especially in strengthening the immune response. 8. To constantly engage in deliberations with the policymakers and think tanks to create structure and guideline for globalization of Ayurveda and to explore formal dialogue pathways with foreign governments and bodies for the same. And 9. To help guide and encourage sustainable use of medicinal plants and biodiversity conservation. Friends, with the success of the 4th edition, I am confident that the 5th Global Ayurveda Festival would further grow in stature and contribute to further popularization of Ayurveda. I take this opportunity to congratulate all the office bearers of Center for Innovation in Science and Social Action and partners of the festival who made this festival a grand success. Friends, I would also like to add a word of thanks to the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji, who inaugurated this festival, and to Sri Sripad Naik ji, who in spite of his constraints regarding health, was kind enough to be present in this concluding function as the chief guest. In fact, he has been holding the position of the Minister of State in the Ayush Ministry, and for the last few months, he has been, as you all know, the situation he has been undergoing, and he has been keeping the Ayurveda Ayush Ministry a little apart. But I am sure that in the coming days, he will be coming back to the Ayush Ministry to guide all of us in the field of Ayurveda. Let us fly our Ayurveda flag high. Thank you all.
Namaste and thanks to Sri Muralidharan ji for your kind words and especially for the declaration, quoting again our Honorable Prime Minister's directives. I am sure all of us will take up this a long way in years to come. Sripad Naik ji is the person whom we met first when we thought about the 4th Global Ayurveda Festival. I admire and I also feel humbled to note that irrespective of his health condition, he has chosen to be with us as the chief guest of the day on this concluded. That shows his great heart towards Ayurveda. I feel that his inspiration and his leadership will continue to be flowing to the streams of Ayush traditions of this country. In these few words, I would like to invite Srivat Nayak to give a special address on this concluding day of GAF.
नमस्कार श्री वी मुरलीधरन जी, MOH for External Affairs and Parliamentary Affairs, Shri Subhakant Panda ji, Managing Director, Indian Metals and Ferro Alloys Limited and Vice President FICCI, Dr. G. Gangadharan ji, President SISA and Secretary General Global Ayurveda Festival, Dr. Madhav Kutti Warrior ji, Working Chairman, Global Ayurveda Festival, Dr. Jayant Damodaran ji, Scientific Committee Convener, Global Ayurveda Festival, and my all dear friends who are present here for this Global Ayurveda Festival. I am happy to know that the Global Ayurveda Festival is coming to the conclusion today, and that program that was spread across the 8 days and filled with quality presentation, speeches and discussion has created an immense impact on the global Ayurveda community. There were 50 plenary speakers, including 35 international experts. Nearly 50,000 visitors visited the 100 audiovisual stalls in the expo and representation from almost 60 different countries and many prominent international associations. I am told that about 600 research representation and 500 poster presentation were made by Ayurveda students and researchers at the event. I sincerely believe that this, being the largest online event in Ayurveda ever, will create a high tide for the propulsion of the Ayurveda to the next orbit, opening new avenues for its growth and development across the country and globally as well. The lessons learned from the managing COVID-19 and post-COVID condition in Ayurveda are quite significant for the whole world. The low mortality rate and the high recovery rate of the COVID-19 in India is already debated among the health system researchers. As our Honorable Prime Minister mentioned in his inaugural speech, India has a potential to become the global destination for the seekers of health and well-being. It is our traditional medicine system, especially Ayurveda, that makes this potential unique and possible. Ministry of Ayush is committed to cause and has ever evolved the schemes to make the quality Ayurveda education service and product available across the country and also accessible to the people. It has got scheme under the international cooperation to create awareness about various diseases, condition, and to develop interdisciplinary linkage to develop the academic program in Ayush system of different duration for the students in the foreign educational institute and to promote the academic and collaborative research activities on Ayush system abroad. Together, this activity ensures the strong presence of Ayurveda inside India and abroad. However, this initiative will be fruitful only with the collective efforts of the Ayurveda community spread across the globe. To actualize the possibilities mentioned by our Honorable Prime Minister, we need to create the common goals, engage in constant dialogue and work together to create a roadmap for the globalization and contemporization of the Ayurveda. Events like Global Ayurveda Festival are important in the context of the, and I am happy to know that it has succeeded in the mobilizing the community to actualize the true potential of the Ayurveda in providing the needed knowledge and guidelines needed for the same. It is with the great pleasure and satisfaction that I announce the conclusion of the Global Ayurveda Festival 2021. Global Ayurveda Festival 2021 has become an epitome of the Nishkama Karma, or a non-partisan initiative purely for the sake of Shastra and its popularization for global well-being. In the last 8 days, we saw quality content delivered with the textbook precision on the virtual platform, something unheard of, something that has set a standard and something that has created a new history. We thank all the members of the Global Ayurveda community for making this possible. The word of Ayurveda is going to be followed up by the people behind the show to ensure that the benefit of such an event reaches all. The momentum is maintained always, and the dialogue and efforts to optimize and actualize the potentials of Ayurveda in continue relentlessly by the remaining connected always. Ayurveda is a science that relies on the Shabda or the Apat Upadesha, or the statement that is authoritative, handholding and guiding. On the day of inauguration of the Global Ayurveda Festival, we heard our Honorable Prime Minister making statement of this sort. His speech was filled with a statement that understood the value, the potential of Ayurveda, and that has set the path for the journey to coming post Global Ayurveda Festival. Thereafter, our efforts are not just to sustain the impact of the Global Ayurveda Festival 2021, but also to work relentlessly to actualize the dream and possibilities he has shared with us on that day. We look forward to having all of you with us in this journey. We are also sure that together we can achieve. Ayurveda is in a state of transition. It is meant to evolve in a global healthcare system, and it has all the potential needed for it. Ayurveda community to work collectively for that goal. The government will be there to provide the guidance and support to make that happen. We are happy that Global Ayurveda Festival 2021 has become the biggest event with a maximum reach and impact. It is our responsibility and passion to keep the standard up in the coming edition. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, Sripad Nayak ji, for your kind observations and great promises on behalf of the government of India and on behalf of yourself. We will keep this in mind. It has taken us home by your words. Before getting to the concluding vote of thanks, I would like to express a few observations that are part of this CISA and GF I should make. Any great effort like this, any great event like this needs unconditional support and selfless efforts of many human beings. So some of us are seen in outside, many of us are not seen in the limelight. There are very few who have given their best part of your time by making it a great success. One among them is our own General Secretary, Dr. C. Suresh Kumar, a physician from a different stream who connected the dots and made this beautiful garland of GAF successful. I acknowledge his presence in this forum. I cannot help but say the contributions made by other members of our group, especially Dr. C. Suresh Kumar of Triveni, the Vice President of CISA, who has been continuously following up all our efforts. I cannot forget the presentation and the contributions of Dr. S. Venu. I cannot forget the Dr. Vishnu Nambudiri's continuous effort to bring all the academic institutions into the ambit of GAF. I remember and I acknowledge the leadership given by Dr. Vasudevan Nambudiri and Dr. Shankaran Kutty, both of them senior, the retired directors of Ayurveda Medical Education of Kerala, who have contributed immensely to the successful conduction of this program. I also remember the contribution of Dr. Hemalata Poti, who has been continuously contacting all the international and national participants and resource persons. Maybe some names I have left, but I cannot say without the contribution of such selfless people under both the ministers, the Dr. Muralidharanji and Sri Nayakji has said the right word, Nishkama Karma, non-participant contribution. This kind of Nishkarma Karma only can take any movement to the next level. I cannot that present with this few words of introducing my friends in the team. I now request the Managing Director of Indian Metal and Ferro Alloys Limited and the Vice President of Dr. Mr. Suprakant Sonda to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Shri V. Muralidharanji, Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs and Parliamentary Affairs. Shri Shripad Yesso Naik Ji, Honorable Minister of State for Defence. Dr. G.G. Gangadharan, President CISA and Secretary General Global Ayurveda Festival. Dr. Madhavan Kutty Warrior, Working Chairman Global Ayurveda Festival. Dr. C. Suresh Kumar, Vice Chairman Global Ayurveda Festival. Dr. Mr. Jayan Damodaran, representatives of partner organizations, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and namaskar. Thank you all for joining the 4th Global Ayurveda Festival, which was formally inaugurated by the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji little more than 1 week ago. Today, as I deliver the vote of thanks at the valedictory session, I would like to quote from the Honorable PM's speech at the inaugural session. Let Ayurveda be the driving force to bring the world to India and create prosperity for our youth. With these ringing words, I think the event got off to a great start, and the 4th Global Ayurveda Festival attracted participation from all major Indian Ayurveda institutions and associations. It had more than 65 plenary, scientific and other sessions, participation of more than 100 exhibitors, besides multiple plenary speakers. I believe around 600 research papers were presented, and more importantly, a diverse set of participants, which made this the largest such event on Ayurveda. FICCI is at the forefront of nurturing Ayurveda and yoga. I'm sure all of you will be aware that we help organize the annual International Summit on Ayush, International Arogya, with the aim of promoting at the global level traditional medicine and wellness, which is unique to India. Given this background, we are delighted and privileged to have had the opportunity to help organize this event. I would like to thank the Honorable Minister Shri Shripad Naik Ji for leading innovative and long-term initiatives of Ayush to promote the indigenous systems of medicine. I also take this opportunity to thank Shri V. Muralidharanji, Honorable Minister of State for External Affairs and Parliamentary Affairs, also Chairman of the Global Ayurveda Festival 2021, for his leadership. Indeed, this event has been a great success as a result of your leadership and continuous guidance, for which I am very grateful. I especially want to thank both the Honorable Ministers for taking time out from their busy schedule to be present with us today throughout this valedictory session. In concluding, I would like to thank the Center for Innovation in Science and Social Action, or CISA, for partnering with FICCI to organize this mega event, and all those who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes and in front of the scene to make this event a huge success. Thank you. Jai.
With prayers to the God, we conclude the session of GAF's valedictory.
you.